how many of you do use email at work? At work. Okay, so most of you do. So I will cover off a few things related to email as we go along here. First thing about email is, should we use it? After teaching this information for a long time, I started to take it to heart. So when I sit at my keyboard and I'm trying to think about how to word an email, and it's taking me more than a few minutes to compose, I have a tendency now to stop and to realize that I should be picking up the phone to call the person. Because if you're taking that long to compose it, unless you're Stephen King or John Grisham or a famous author and you know how to compose it so the person's going to get the right interpretation, you shouldn't be using email. Right? So be careful when if you're composing an email, think, should I really be sending an email on this, or should I go and talk to the person? But let's assume that we do want to send the email. So the next thing we've got to decide is, who do we send the email to? Who do we carbon copy on the email? And then there is an option to blind carbon copy people on it. So first things first, who should get the email sent to them? Who should be there? What should the person who gets the email addressed to them, what should that mean that that person's expected to do? They're supposed to either act, or what's the other option? Or respond or reply. So act or reply. That's the expectation if you get an email in the to box. Now I realize that you're listening or watching this program or taking part in it, so you might know this and the other people in your organization don't. Just realize that that is something that you want to pay attention to. Now the CC. Why do we carbon copy people on it?
Information.
FYI, right? So we just want them to know. So if you're in the CC, there's no expectation that you would reply. And definitely no expectation that you're going to reply to all. And that, I think, is the biggest thing that we want to remember, right? Because it was interesting, couple interesting examples on that. One is a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, sent out a note to her contact list. Unfortunately, she put all the addresses in the email, right? So they're all in there. And she said, oh, I just got this wonderful award. I thought, well, that's good news. So I sent her back a reply, just to her, saying, hey, congratulations on the award. Right? But then I proceeded to get another 6 replies from other people who happened to hit reply to all saying, way to go, good for you, right? And I'm like going, okay, this has gotten too carried away here, right? We were supposed to get, if it's FYI, we could send the person, actually she sent it to us, but we didn't have to reply to all. So how we do that is important. So CC is FYI only. BCC, blind carbon copy, it's something you might not even be aware of. In your email, though, you can send someone a copy of the message without it showing up as that you sent it to them. This is very risky behavior, so avoid doing that. Because if that blind carbon copy person hits reply to all, then everyone knows that you sent it to somebody that wasn't on the email list. So you shouldn't do that.